With the latest COVID-19 shot now approved, this is the advice from Health Canada.
Individuals who are 5 years of age and older should receive 1 dose of the vaccine, regardless of their COVID-19 vaccination history.
The Moderna vaccine, along with 2 others still under review, including Pfizer, no longer include the original strain of the virus. Instead, they specifically target a current version of the Omicron variant that's expected to circulate this fall and winter.
In the last few weeks, we have started to see an increase in COVID-19 indicators across many areas of the country, including hospitalizations.
The most recent data show COVID-19 killing 48 Canadians in a week. And while far from the peak last year, there are still about 2,165 Canadians lying in hospital beds with the virus, an uptick from the previous week.
I see these patients, and essentially they're people who are coming in with their COVID, which has triggered off an underlying problem that they had.
Health officials insist people at highest risk of severe disease include adults over 65, long-term care home residents, and those with underlying medical conditions.
In that group of people with underlying conditions, those underlying conditions are principally people with active cancer who are being treated, people who are transplant recipients, and people who are under very active treatment for serious conditions.
The first doses of the new Moderna vaccine will start arriving this week and be widely rolled out by provinces and territories in October. With respiratory virus season fast approaching and hospitals still under pressure, doctors are hoping Canadians will roll up their sleeves for a flu and COVID vaccine at the same time.
Today I'm here to talk to you about Health Canada's authorization of the new Moderna Spikevax COVID-19 vaccine targeting the Omicron XBB 1.5 subvariant. We have authorized this vaccine for people 6 months of age and older. The vaccine was authorized after an independent and thorough scientific review for safety, efficacy, and quality. And this included a review of data from several studies of the primary series and booster doses of the Spikevax vaccine collected over the past 2 years. After assessing all the data, we've concluded that there is strong evidence showing that the benefits of this vaccine outweigh the potential risks. Individuals who are 5 years of age and older should receive 1 dose of the vaccine, regardless of their COVID-19 vaccination history. And children between 6 months and 4 years of age should receive 2 doses if they have not previously been vaccinated with the COVID-19 vaccine. And if they have been previously vaccinated with 1 or more doses, they should receive a single dose. This vaccine is anticipated to provide a robust immune response that will be effective against the Omicron XBB.1.15 variant. Health Canada is also actively reviewing submissions from Pfizer-BioNTech and Novavax seeking authorization of their respective XBB 1.5 COVID-19 vaccines. These submissions are being reviewed on a priority basis by dedicated scientific teams. Timing for the completion of these reviews depends on many factors. We will make decisions once we have thoroughly evaluated all of the required information. Health Canada continues to use rigorous and independent scientific processes to ensure all health products meet our stringent requirements for safety, efficacy, and quality before allowing them on the market. And as with all of Health Canada's vaccine and drug authorizations, we want to stress that we only examine the most robust scientific evidence from trusted and reliable sources. We recognize that there's an abundance of information available that's sometimes false and exaggerated. We encourage people to consider their sources of information very carefully. As we did with all our COVID-19 vaccines, we're publishing a number of documents about this decision, including the Canadian Product Monograph and the Regulatory Decision Summary, which provides a high-level summary of the evidence that we reviewed. All of this information is available on the Government of Canada's main COVID-19 website. Health Canada and the Public Health Agency of Canada will monitor for any adverse events in collaboration with the provinces and territories, international partners, and manufacturers. As with all vaccines, we will take action if any new safety issues are identified. Today's authorization provides people in Canada with more protection against COVID-19. I know we all wish COVID-19 no longer existed, but people are still getting infected, and vaccination continues to be one of the most effective ways to protect ourselves against serious outcomes, including severe illness, hospitalization, and death. Vaccine protection decreases over time, which means many of us are due for another dose. Receiving a shot of the new formulation will help protect people against the variants circulating currently and expected to circulate through the fall and winter.
And winter regarding the co-circulation of influenza, RSV, and COVID-19, given that it is still early in the season. But the good news is we can get prepared and protect ourselves in case simultaneous surges of respiratory viruses occur. This is why receiving a COVID-19 vaccine dose, as well as a flu shot this fall, is especially important. It is safe to receive COVID-19 and flu vaccines at the same time. These vaccines will help to keep us from getting seriously ill and, by extension, reduce the burden on our health systems. Treatments can also help to reduce serious illness posed by COVID-19. The Government of Canada is funding Can Treat COVID, a clinical trial with sites across Canada to evaluate treatments like Paxlovid for acute COVID-19 infection.
For 5 years of age and older should receive 1 dose of the vaccine, regardless of their COVID-19 vaccination history.
It is safe to receive COVID-19 and flu vaccines at the same time.
그냥 팍 후라이로 뺨때기로 확 쳐버려 그냥.